Okay, so let's try this again. Yeah. Okay, so that was a bad video, guys. Damn it. I can't believe that. That whole thing came out terrible because I had the fan blowing, trying to keep blowing right at the microphone. I didn't know it was that bad. Wow. So, should I just leave it? Yeah, what the hell? Who cares? But yeah, what I was saying on that video that you can't hear, wow, I should have known better than that. I tell you, you live and you learn. But, yeah, I was just talking about, you know, the good president, and the way he's, you know, actually a friend of mine wrote, well, not as a friend of mine, but I knew someone, I was helping someone write an essay about, what the hell are they writing? Actually about Donald Trump, and how he's, but it's nothing new. I mean, everybody says that. I mean, Howard Stern is saying that. What's the other guy, the comedian? I don't remember his name. You know, black guy, stand-up comic. I think he got his own HBO series, and then he ran away to Africa because they offered him $50 million. And they were both saying how, you know, Donald Trump, he's a rich guy, you know. He doesn't care about the people, you know, that are voting for him, you know, all those racist people that fly the Confederate flag, and, you know, all those people that are coming out of the woodwork now. And yeah, and I was talking about how, because he's rich, so he cut taxes for people that are rich, you know, but he cut taxes for people that are poor, but the taxes for people that are poor, the taxes are going to go back up, and then I think, 2027 or something, the taxes, yeah, they go back up in 2027, but then they stay low for the rich people, like, the black guy. And I was just thinking about that also. I think the country is actually desperately trying, I think even more than it was, because I remember when President Obama was elected, you know, it took a little while, but then they started to see like more black people in commercials and on television, and I guess they realized, wow, I guess America isn't quite as racist as it was. Although, I mean, with Trump in there, you know, we know that we still got a shitload of work to do, you know. There's a lot of wacky shit out there, you know, that tries to ruin this country. I don't know, maybe they are set upon by Russians, you know, and the Chinese to try and bring the country down, to try and split the country, you know. And because, I mean, when you think about Trump, why would he, I mean, the things that he's doing, you know, the way he's going about it, telling Germany, you know, like one of our closest allies, you know, they allow us to put our military, you know, in their base, a military base in their country, you know. I don't know if they allow it, but yeah, I mean, they actually, come to think of it, when you think about it, and it's been said before, not only do they allow it, like Germany and Japan and England, and a couple of other countries, I mean, they're suckering out dumbasses, you know, but I've been saying this for years, we need to get the hell out of those countries because we're just throwing money away, you know, and, but that's, you know, that's, I think that's one thing that he's trying to say, though, you know. I mean, nobody else actually said that, you know, about bringing, I'm not in full agreement with everything that he's doing, you know, but I think he's you know, he's doing whatever he can. He knows there's a racist base. He probably did, like, you know, he's got enough money. He probably said, how many racist white people are there in this country, and how can I make that work for me, you know? And nobody wanted to vote for Hillary Clinton because, you know, the thing is that, I mean, Bill and Hillary, I know they said that they were the first black, he was the first black president. They're from Arkansas, you know, and people in Arkansas, you know, at least the white people, they feel that Arkansas, I mean, one guy actually, I forgot what the hell I was watching. One guy was saying, like, oh, this is Arkansas, this is Klan land, you know, and you know, they're from there, but they don't have a good reputation. I mean, she had no platform to run on, you know, and Trump even said that in the, you know, in the primaries, and when she was senator, you know, people would tell me, oh yeah, vote for Hillary Clinton, and I'm like, yeah, but she was senator for 8 years, what did she do? And the response would be, cricket. She didn't do anything, and so that was, I think that was the main reason why she lost, amongst a number of other things that they were, the Clintons were brought up on, the accusations, some true, some not, but according to statistics. I mean, I don't personally know what the hell is true and not about them, but I do know that when she was senator, you never heard a peep out of her. But the same thing with Clinton. The only reason you heard a peep out of Bill when he was president, it was like because he was Monica Lewinsky's boyfriend, and that was it. But to do anything else, I mean, the only other things that he did was really against minorities because he cut back on education. He what the hell else did he do? He created that three strikes thing, and there was something else, and that like that three strikes thing, and I didn't know it before, but now it's out that they're invested into private prisons. I mean, the construction of the country, those prisons are gonna, because I mean you can see the racism coming out of the woodwork with Trump now. That they're gonna go after black people mostly, and at least that's what's reported. But again, there aren't enough black people, so they got to put some white people in there too. They're not going to be able to thrive just on black people. There's only 12% of the population. They're not that nice not to put white people in there, I tell you, because we wouldn't have had all these damn wars if people in general were really that nice, but yeah, and I didn't actually talk about this in the other video, but I'm thinking about it now, and but so that's why, I mean, she didn't do anything. That's why Trump won, though, because she had no record to run on. She had nothing. And then when she became Secretary of State, she still didn't do anything. She was flying around everywhere, but she had a reputation of strong-arming countries and people to get money, and it's like, but Trump was saying that you've been in politics for 30 years, why didn't you do any of these things? But then Hillary said, how, oh yeah, I help Latino women. Yeah, but there are more people in the country than Latino women. But then, on top of that, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but what Latino women did you help? She didn't go into detail exactly what she did for the Latino women. She didn't go into detail who, like when Mitt Romney and President Obama were running, they had Joe the plumber. She couldn't produce. She never produced a Joe the plumber or a Joette the plumber, female, Latino woman, to say that, well, I helped this person, and you can't run on that. But that's the only thing, because I was watching those debates because I thought Trump was entertaining as crap, and I told everybody Trump would be the Mr. Entertainment, and Hillary Clinton would be boring as crap. And see, I'm right. I knew he would be Mr. Entertainment, and I mean, all over the world. Because I mean, but the other thing about Trump, though, because I know they were bad mouthing. The Republicans were bad mouthing President Obama about, oh, he bowed too low. He's too nice. He's on an apology tour. For America. Well, that's not a bad thing. At least he's trying to make friends. Where this guy, it's like every country in the world, they see America as the laughing stock. It's like we're an embarrassment now. So, I mean, what the hell, man? I mean, you're talking about, but those congressmen, they were saying, I remember several years ago, they were saying, oh, we like to waste all of taxpayer dollars on having bases in these different countries for American prestige, but we got, 40% of white people in the country on welfare and 40% of black people in the country on welfare. What kind of prestige is that? I know you project that, so you think that the world, I know people that come here from China and people in China, they think all white people are rich, and Japan and all over the world, but it's not true, we're poor as dogs, because they're wasting all that money on the military and lying, just like they were saying, like Russia used to lie about, the amount of planes and things that they had, where they have like the same planes fly overhead when they had the parades to make believe like they had thousands of planes, but we're doing the same thing, lying like dogs drugs, and people can't. We have so many homeless people in the streets. We have so many people that can't afford anything because the Congress, they're corrupt dogs, and they're letting big business buy them off, and they're doing insider trading. At least they were. So you can't do insider trading like the average Confederate flag waving person. Can't do insider trading. They'll put you in jail, and then fill those private jails with insider traders. But Congress can do insider trading. They basically, because they're making the laws. They vote themselves raised. Who the hell, what worker votes themselves a raise? These guys are too out of touch with reality, and it's just, they're already an embarrassment. But that's what Trump is representing. He's really representing the embarrassment of the political system, of how corrupt. We say, oh yeah, we're the best. We're the best by the grace of God. I swear to God. It's like, not by anything they've done, because let me see, I think I spoke about that in one of those damn videos of how we're bleeding $10 billion a month, in Iraq, in the Middle East. And these assholes in Congress are doing inside, what is that, baseball? No, steroids in baseball. How the hell? And nobody's saying anything. I think only Howard Stern was the only person that was saying anything about those corrupt dogs. And you're on the news every night, and the news, they're reporting the crap like it's real news. And it's just like, it's stupid. It's embarrassing, It's just like, nobody says anything, even today, nobody says anything on social media about, and that's the corruption that's going on there. Steroids in baseball. What the hell does steroids in baseball have to do with, creating jobs, creating the American dream for people? Nobody cares, and you stupid asses out there, you don't give a shit, as long as you can, just like President Obama said, as long as you have your guns and religion, you garbage dogs. And you just let these assholes, and they're garbage, and people always said since I was a kid, how do you know a politician is lying? His lips are moving, But and then you'll just go back to your racist shit and start flying your Confederate flag and blame black people. Oh, black people and Mexicans and Jews are messing up the country. It's you're the majority. You're letting that garbage sit in there and raise taxes on you. I think there was actually this article in Yahoo where they were saying this woman in Florida, I forgot the town. If you go on that Yahoo page today, what the hell is today? July 19th, the day that will live in infamy, where a woman, she said the bank foreclosed on the property because she lost her job. White woman, decent folk. The salt of the earth. And but this is my point though. These son of a bitches don't care about anybody. They're all white people and they don't care. How the hell are you going to get along with black people? And or anybody else? How are you going to get along? How it's like, they won't vote for Italians because they're Catholic. They won't vote for Jews because they're Jewish, sick dogs, and they're all alike. They're all white people, though, but the thing is that it's not just here. It's worse than that. That's why people are fleeing those damn countries, those shithole countries, because they're doing the same thing in those shithole countries. But it's only by the grace of God that this country is where it's at, because of the past. The country was built on evil, and we're just like, we're barely doing the right thing. We're barely doing. You can't deny that the country was built on evil. The country was built on slavery. Okay, the country was built on murdering the Indians. But I talk to people about this all the time, and I don't know. I think I mentioned this in my other videos about how the reason that the Europeans did that is because they built their countries on slavery. They used to take each other as slaves. In the year, I mentioned this, in the year 11, they're saying how the Irish stole British citizens, kept them as slaves for a couple of years, and then sold them to the Vikings, the Swedes and the Norwegians, and how, well, Hitler, Who was Hitler fighting? He wasn't fighting black people. He wasn't fighting, the Africans or Chinese people. He wasn't fighting Middle Eastern people. He was fighting British. Hitler was fighting other Germans who called themselves Jews. They all spoke German. They were all white people. And but again, you go to Africa, you go to China, you go to the Middle East, ISIS. Who's ISIS killing? Who are ISIS? They're all Middle Eastern people. They're all Muslims, and they're killing Muslims. You go to Africa, they're all the same. They're all black people, and they're killing each other. You go to China, they had democracy, they had elections, like, a false, what do they call that? Pseudo democracy. It wasn't a real democracy because now this guy could just come in and vote himself president for life. So they're fucked. China's fucked now. That's why we need to stop doing business with them and stop doing business with Russia. When Putin went in there, we should have stopped doing business with him immediately. But the other thing is that what makes us a joke, or what makes America a joke, is that Trump is saying that he believes Putin over the CIA, over the FBI, over the National Security Agency, over the Secret Service. He's saying he believes Putin, our foreign adversary, over all of these American institutions. If that isn't a joke, if that isn't a slap in the face, what do we look like in front of other countries, around the world? We're the laughing stock, if you think about it. We're the laughing stock. We're the president. The president of this country says that he believes. That's like, why don't you say that you believe? Let me see. You believe that guy in Iran? Whoever's the Ayatollah Khomeini. I believe the Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini over, the CIA, or I believe Castro over the CIA, or whoever the hell. I believe anybody, any adversary. I believe ISIS over. I believe ISIS. They're not responsible for 9/11. The Taliban, no, I believe the Taliban. They said they aren't responsible for 9/11. Well, I believe them over the CIA and the FBI. We're the laughing stock. And we will. This will go down in history. This will go down as the most hilarious president. People from other countries will vote for Donald Trump to keep him in office, because he's providing unlimited entertainment. How can you do that? How can you go against? In the open, in public, how could you just go against your own national security agencies? Your own. It's crazy. You can't make this stuff up. It's like they say life is stranger than fiction. Because. But I told everybody he would be Mr. Entertainment, though, But this guy he's beyond my wildest dreams, frighteningly, though, and it's like, what are these guys doing in the CIA? What are these guys doing, in the Secret Service agencies, in the FBI, in the National Security Agency? This guy's saying that, we have this overwhelming evidence. It's like OJ, we have these overwhelming evidence that Russia was involved, like Russia was, or that OJ was involved. OJ did it, so like Putin's the new OJ, and but it's like, oh no, we believe OJ. So the whole country, the president's saying that he believes OJ. Vladimir Putin over, all the security agencies. That's crazy. I gotta relabel. Oh, I've got to relabel this one. Donald Trump, and and the belief factor, and the embarrassment. But hey, I got nothing against nobody. But because I know we're all screwballs. We're old ass people that never grow up. We have adult bodies, but we have minds of children. And we just mine. We don't give a shit about anybody. And I think Howard Stern was just talking about how Trump, he has all these corrupt people around him. God, just like there's never been a presidency with this many people. Just like he keeps, he just stays in contact with all these corrupt people all the time. You can't get any more entertaining than that. I swear to God, and what the hell do you do? Wow, this time is blowing by just as fast as it did that other that crazy video that you can't hear, and you can just hear me. Well, I hope this one isn't as bad. I wasn't even going to listen to that one. I said, you know what? Let me listen to that one just to make sure. But yeah. So comment on our fine president and our wonderful security agencies that are out there risking their lives. Then the president says, I don't believe you. I believe the dictator. I believe the murderous dictator, who's the country that's been our enemy since, 70 years now. But, yeah. Okay, wonderful people. Bye.